Good morning and happy Thanksgiving, football fans, and welcome to 3 and Out Thanksgiving edition, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We have made it, y'all. Week 12 has arrived. Thanksgiving is here. The turkey is being prepared. The coffee is hot. The desserts are chilling, and we are ready to roll for not one, not two, but 3 NFL Thanksgiving games today, as per usual. And boy, do we have a great week to get into this week of football. Man, I'm ready. Week 12 was, week 11 was something. But week 12, I mean, the playoff picture is starting to take shape week after week after week. Who's doing what? Who's going where? Who's a lost cause? Who is on their way but may fall short? Whose season is actually left up to them? And whose season is long gone? We're going to get into plenty of that today. I hope you're ready, y'all, because week 12 will be fun. However, bouncing back and forth, oh my goodness, it was something this past week, wasn't it? Last Thursday, y'all, the Ravens got one, and it was a good one. The Bengals, how is this team? The Dolphins will take out the Raiders, but boy, were the Raiders looking good. Browns over Steelers, and what I still think is an upset. Some people don't think it is, but it is what it is. Texans over Cardinals, Jaguars over Titans, surprise, surprise there. Cowboys obliterate the Panthers, Lions squeak one out over the Bears, Packers upset the Chargers. Oh, what a game that one was. Giants over the Commanders, I didn't think that was possible, but hey, guess what, it happened. Niners basically end the Buccaneers season. Bills take out the Jets in dominant fashion. Rams get a small one there, a little tiny victory there over the Seahawks. Broncos surprised us all on Sunday night, and Monday was a show as the Eagles take out the Chiefs. Oh, it's going to be fun, y'all. You are now tuned in live to 3 and Out Thanksgiving edition, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Welcome, football fans. Well, here we are, y'all, live on a beautiful Thanksgiving morning. It is Thursday, November 23rd, 2023, and here we go. I mean, what a lovely, lovely day. As I always say, y'all, give thanks, show love. Gotta start out the show, man. All glory to God, right? That's right. Without him, nothing is possible, and with him, all things are possible. So, the reason why we're here, y'all, gotta give that thanks. And of course, big ups to all you listeners out there, because without you guys, man, IE Sports Radio it's nothing, y'all. Whoops, hit the wrong button there. Without you guys, not laughing at you guys, without you guys, y'all, you guys are clearly the driving force of IE Sports Radio. So without you guys, y'all, once again, we are nothing. So one more applause button for you. We appreciate you all so very much. And yeah, if you want to get a couple laughs in weekend, so. Alright, well, with that said, guys, we have ourselves a fun one. Today should definitely be, should be a great day, right? I mean, lots of food, lots of fun. Family, friends, even if you're just, with your significant other, it doesn't matter. Enjoy the day, have fun, and boy, enjoy some football, because, I mean, we're getting close to an hour away from a very, very fun rivalry, okay? Packers-Lions, we all understand how fun this rivalry is. Anything in the NFC North is fun, but this year, it just seems so much more fun because the Lions are actually good this year. It's a very rare occasion. It's like Halley's Comet. You got to catch it when you can, because it just kind of feels like with the Lions, I mean, it feels like it's inevitable they're going to suck again one day. I mean, all teams go through that cycle. But who knows? Maybe the Lions will stay decent. I don't know. But what I do know is that they're looking good this year. And the Packers, man, oh my gosh, this team has been a dumpster fire, but it's weird because they've been like a nice dumpster fire, like not a total one, because they're still okay. But they just need to figure a lot of things out. So, once again, Packers-Lions coming up in just about an hour. Well, a little bit over an hour here. We have Commanders-Cowboys coming up later on today in the afternoon. Then, of course, the Thursday night game. 49ers-Seahawks. That is always a fun game. I mean, the rivalry is real. The Seahawks this year are surprisingly pretty good, but they just can't seem to get... It's weird. I feel like a couple more plays could have gone their way. Their record could be a lot better. And the Niners, man, the Niners have had some breaks, has some tough breaks, really. This team has had some kicks in the pants. Reason being is because, once again, if both these teams, if the Seahawks would have had a couple better plays their way, they'd be pretty good. Or the record would say. If the 49ers record... if a couple things would have went a little bit better for the 49ers, they could probably be undefeated. So these are two teams who've had some rough goes this season that put their records where they are. Regardless, they're still pretty potent. The Seahawks tonight are trying to pull off. I mean, I would still consider this an upset because the 49ers are still the 49ers, you know? So it's so much fun today. Tomorrow we get Black Friday football, y'all. It's going to be great. Like, I get it. Okay, before anybody says anything, I totally get it. Jeff Bezos didn't get his football today because it's going to be on NBC. Okay, I get it. But he's going to get his tomorrow. Homeboy's like, no, I'm not playing. I'm getting my football on Prime. And you know what? That's cool with me. I will take Black Friday football tomorrow. We'll be out and about. And guess what? You better believe this iPhone over here is going to have that game. Dolphins-Jets tomorrow. Oh, what a fun one. We're going to get into all that. And then, of course, plenty more this week. Man, Ravens and Chargers Sunday night. This game has so much riding on it for both teams. The Chargers, it's like you have to win out from here on out. I mean, the Chargers have been the biggest disappointment. It's just, I feel bad for their fans. And that's coming from a Raider fan who just has no faith or hope in his team. But the Ravens have so much more, I feel, because they can really start running away with this division with another win here. And then on Monday, of course, we start with an NFC North rivalry with Packers-Lions in just about an hour on Thanksgiving. And then Monday night, we end with an NFC North rivalry with Bears and Vikings. And, well, I mean, I think it's obvious where that game just might go. But then again, I don't know, man. It's a special week. So all I know is I'm thankful for football. I am so happy. We have ourselves a good one to get to today, and let's get it. So, all right. Well, jumping right on into the action from last week. I mean, let's just call it what it is. So many of these teams are just kind of figuring out that they're not going to go nowhere. I mean, let's just be real here. Okay, the Bengals, there's really no other way to say this, but the Bengals have found their way into being average. Okay, unfortunately, Burrow is injured. It's just, he had a really, really rough day. I mean, I just felt like everyone's talking about, now it's, Hudson's on his way out next year, and who knows where Mixon's going to go. And look, guys, right now, the Bengals really don't have, they have a solid team right now, but lose a few more pieces, and this team is going to look very average. On top of that, right now, no Burrow. Going forward at the moment, I mean, the tough part for me here is just knowing that this team was so close in the last few years, and it sucks because it seems like they're on the slight decline, and unless they do something to come right back up, but it would have been cool to see the Bengals do something, but it wasn't for them, didn't happen, and we'll see where they go. Now the Ravens 8-3. I mean, let's just be like, let's just have a moment here where we say, gosh damn, this team is good. You lose Joshua Dobbs, you lose players here. They had a horrible week 1 injury. And it's like, this team has so much firepower. Still. This dude Edwards is still getting it, man. Everyone writes off Lamar, right? Everyone talks about, he's not worth his money and whatever, but dude is getting it, right? So Beckham, he's definitely on the older end of receivers, but he's still making plays. I mean, when it comes down to it, man, the Ravens are still this potent team, and nobody should sleep on them. So very, very, very fun here game. 34-20 last week. Good job for the Ravens, man. Got it done. Got that dub. And there you go. Moving on to 8-3 as those Bengals will drop to 5-5. Just a rough go for the Ravens, man. Definitely a rough go. I'm sorry for the Bengals, but very good there for the Ravens. So, all right. Moving forward, I mean, what do we say? What do we say? Thursday night was a good one. And then we talk about on to Sunday, where, I mean, the first game on the docket for me is Raiders-Dolphins. Okay. We took out the trash. I'm sorry. McDaniels pissed me off in several ways every single week. The guy was just everything what a head coach shouldn't be. It just really, he bothers me. Okay. The dude bothers me. And he bothered a lot of Raider fans. It was so refreshing to see Davis finally get it together and give him the axe, okay? Him and his homeboy, okay? But Ziegler, but I will tell you, seeing this team battle the last couple weeks has been great. I got to give them a yo, y'all. I got to give the Raiders a little applause, man. It's something I don't do very often, all right? So, but it's been okay. You know what? I get it. People are going to say, losing the Dolphins, that's hilarious. Raiders fans are cheering on a loss. No, idiot. Raiders lost, yes, but just understand that if McDaniels was still around, this game would have been way, way worse. It would have been another embarrassment, okay? The Dolphins are one hell of a team, okay? This team could very possibly be a Super Bowl team coming up. We do understand how good this team is, right? And for the Raiders being the bottom of the barrel, you know what? It's refreshing. It's very refreshing to see this team actually play the way they did. So yeah, Dolphins get the victory 20-13, but damn it, Raiders, hell of a fight. This kid O'Connell is not our future. We get it. Jacobs is, he didn't have the greatest game, but he fought. Adams, I don't know how long he's going to stick around, but what I will say is there's a future. And maybe some of these guys will stick around if we don't get if we can keep Pierce. I like Pierce. Let's just keep him. See what he does. Okay. Raiders are notorious for not keeping interims. Okay. And as you can see, we fall apart every single time. So, but regardless, Raiders fall to 5-6. But man, how about these damn Fins, man? The Dolphins just keep on getting it done. Tagovailoa, this guy is just looking amazing every single game, man. He does what he has to do to win, man. 28 for 39, 325 yards, 2 TDs. He threw a pick, but bro, it doesn't matter. He gets it done, man. Tyreek Hill was insane. 10 receptions. He had 1 TD, 146 yards. Even Mostert almost hit the century mark. 22 carries for 86 yards. You gotta love these Dolphins, man. There's so much there. There's so much to be excited about. And if you're a Dolphins fan, you should really be riding that wave right now. I don't know how long it's going to be before they turn into the Bengals, hopefully they don't. But right now, the Dolphins have every chance. That window's wide open. They need to swim right on through it because that was just awesome. So the Browns upset the freaking Steelers. This was just a game where I was watching because I have all games on at one time, of course. So I'm watching this game, right? And I'm really trying hard to not get overexcited because it's just seeing the Browns win is weird. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like if you're watching if you're watching Formula One or NASCAR or whatever, and you see a driver's name like in the top 3 that isn't usually there, you're like, okay, who pitted? You know what I mean? Like, okay, is it pit stops right now? Or like, I mean, you hate to say it's kind of mean, but it's like the Browns being a decent team is something that it's like a computer can't compute it. You know what I mean? It's an error. Like what? Like you're just not used to it. You're not. So seeing this team pull off this upset, and I will call it an upset because, okay, Kenny Pickett, I don't know. I think he has a year. I mean, homeboy just isn't. He's not as bad as Mac Jones. Okay, because that's bad. I'm sorry, but I will tell you right now, Pickett isn't the worst, but he's damn sure not the best. Guys' decision-making just isn't there. There's weapons all over the Steelers, and that defense is still very good. That's what keeps these guys in games. But when it comes down to it, man, they need their quarterback. And right now, I don't know what's going on, in the front office. I don't know what they're concocting in their minds right now and everything for next year. The Steelers are going to be just fine, but I guess really hope that they get it together, especially at the quarterback position. But as of right now, man, DTR, bro, can we get an applause? DTR, I seen this kid, man, UCLA, balling out, doing his thing. He went 24 for 43, not the best average, but who gives a crap? 165 yards, one pick, doesn't matter. It was an ugly game, an ugly victory, but they got it done. They win on a last-second field goal from Dustin Hopkins, 34 yards, man. The Browns go to 7-3. And the Steelers go to 6-4. Oh, what a fun game that was. Moving forward, man, the Texans are surprising everybody. I'll tell you right now, the Texans look like a football team. I mean, I went through a couple of years where I called them a paper team, where they had all those great teams on paper, but they actually sucked. So I called them a paper team, but they won 21-16. Over the Cardinals. I get it. The Cardinals are now mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Yes, they're 2-9. Season's over. But I will tell you right now, excitingly enough for the Texans, you gotta love this kid Stroud. He stepped in and made it happen, man. This young man out of Ohio State, you gotta love what he's bringing to the table. He's rallying this team. He's there. He's excited. It's so fun to see that. It's refreshing when you see the youngsters get in there and they're like, I don't care how old everybody is. Like, this is my team. I'm going to make it happen. Like, I'm the dude behind center here. Let's go. And he's just getting it done, man. I get it. He threw 3 picks. I understand that. Everyone's freaking out. Oh, he threw 3 picks. He threw 3 picks. Okay, I get it. I can recognize that. But 27 for 37, 336 yards. The dude got a damn victory, man. He threw for 2 TDs, all right? 3 picks, 2 TDs. I get it. That's you're still like, what the hell's going on? You don't throw for that many picks, but so what? The dude got it done. It looked good. They're 6-4 now on the season. The Cardinals 2-9. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with Kyler Murray. I don't know if this whole team's gonna fall apart again and they're gonna rebuild again for like the 1,000th time in the last couple of years. I don't know. But what I do know is the Cardinals are just in dire need of everything. And as of right now, those Texans, the Texans, they're bringing it. And I'm enjoying everything the Texans are bringing. Because this is a game that I really, really thought was this going to be, I don't know. I just really, really, really thought that game would be close. And it was, but I don't know. I just, for some crazy reason, I just kind of felt like it was going to end up this way, where the Cardinals happen to just fall apart. Because this year they have a recipe for disaster, and, well, they're using it well. So, anyway, moving forward here. Jaguars over the Titans. Oh, my gosh, what a damn game, right? The Jaguars, look, I'm just going to start coming out with mean stuff. I don't care. The Titans are crap, man. The Titans are everything we thought they were. Okay, I've been ragging on this team for years now. I don't know. Like I always say, I love Vrabel, but I don't know, bro. You need to get the hell out of there, man. The Titans are just falling apart, man. The Titans are like a piece of freaking paper and water, man. Like, it's over. They're soaked up, and all you gotta do is just touch them, and they're gonna start ripping apart. Like, it's just, they suck, alright? They are like the Raiders. I'm sorry. They're just not there. I feel bad for the Titans and the Titans fans, man. From what I understand, it's one of the most beautiful stadiums in the country. From what I understand, their fan base is just so strong. But, dude, it's just over. I mean, something needs to happen there, because this team, just a couple of years ago, they were in the playoffs, but this was seriously the worst first-seed team I've ever seen. They were. And then they fall apart, and now they're just continuing the decline, and I don't know. They need to clean a lot of house, and I will continue to say it. Man, Hopkins need to go to the damn Patriots, not this team, but whatever. Anyway, as for the Jaguars, 7-3 on the season. Titans are now 3-7. Okay, Trevor Lawrence is a beast. We understand what he's doing over there. They're playing good football. Do I see a Super Bowl in this team right now? No, at all. But I do know that the Jaguars are much better than they were, and it's really cool to see a team that used to really suck historically be pretty good. I mean, they made the AFC Championship in, their second year, of being a team in the 90s, but I will tell you, they've had way more bad seasons than good seasons. Regardless, now they're 7-3. They're looking good. It's nice to see this team play as well as they have. 34-14. Moving on. Jaguars get that dub at home. Cowboys and Panthers. Okay, this is going to be a quick one. Panthers are now 1-9. Is Bryce Young a bust? I don't want to call him that because the rest of the team ain't doing a damn thing to help him, especially that defense. So, yeah, kind of hard to be a savior, okay, when there's nothing else to help you out, okay, like at all on that team. So, season's over by far, okay, it's done. And I don't know. What are we going to see next year? We'll see. Bryce Young will still be around, but they need to pick things up. There's nothing to be excited for right now, though. Their freaking first-round draft pick is gone for next year. Thielen is like basically all they have. That defense is a wet paper bag. Bryce Young is absolutely just struggling in every facet of the game. It is hard, guys. It is hard. What do you do, though? You know what I mean? What do you do? So I will say this. This team they're hopeful. And I just say stay hopeful, guys. But my gosh, they're bad right now. Okay, as for the Cowboys, man, Prescott had himself a day, right? 25 for 38, 189 yards, 2 TDs. Look, if you want good football, Dallas right now is just playing that like edge of your seat football, man. Besides this game, because that was a good one last week, but man, they've played some good ones, haven't they, in the last couple of weeks? I mean, they done smacked around the Panthers and the Giants. That really close game versus the Eagles. Then they basically smacked around the Rams. I mean, the Cowboys has been fun football. We've seen some fun football. You know, we really have. You're exciting to watch because either they're going to light the scoreboard up or they're going to have a close game. The Cowboys are 7-3 on the season. I like what they got. Is it too early to call them a major Super Bowl contender? I don't think so. I think if the Cowboys can get it together and just correct the few things they got, gosh damn it, man, we're going to see this team somewhere in January, right? So maybe even February, but I don't know. That's yet to see. Regardless, they blow out the Panthers. They're 7-3 on the season. Let's see what these guys do today, right? Lions over the Bears, because why not, right? The Bears look like they're going to fight. They're taking on a division rival. This game was so close. Chicago led 20-14 going into the fourth quarter, but they're going to need more than just 2 field goals. Because that's exactly what happened. 2 field goals is all they would get in that fourth quarter. And the Lions are like, hey, we can one-up you. We can score 2 touchdowns. How you like that? And they did. Okay, 2 TDs for those Lions. And it came within like the last 3 minutes of the game. Then there was just a little safety that kind of just added insult to injury. Regardless, the Lions won this game 31-28. Our very own Adam Karnick, I've heard him a couple weeks ago on Chi-Town Weekly talking about, I'm not through with Justin Fields. I'm not gonna be done with him and everything. And a lot of people are writing him off. Well, they are. A lot of people are really, really writing him off. And, I don't know what to say. I want him to. It's like Bryce Young. You know what I mean? Like I want Bryce Young to do good, but if he's like horrible for the next couple of years, it's gonna be hard to defend him. So Justin Fields, man, I don't know. One more year, I don't know. I gotta see where he's going, man. But this defense, though, like I said, they're weird. This defense is weird because I feel like right now, They play at everyone's level, but they just don't seem to play hard enough when they get to that level. It's weird. They had that damn game. They really did. The Lions were scared for a while in this game, but they regrouped. Justin Fields, though, I told you, I'm not saying he's bad, but I don't know. Maybe just some better choices on the field, I guess. I don't know. But what I do know is that he's also leading rushing. So it's a couple things. Is that either A, he's not trusting his arm and is just going to use his legs, or is it that his receivers are really just that bad and can't get open, and that's the only thing he has? You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Like if you walk Pickett, my barber, man, kind of funny, big old Steelers fan, big ups to my boy Jack, man. But yeah, he's talking about Kenny Pickett, how he like gives up wide open passes down the field to check down. because it's like he doesn't trust his arm, like, or something. He's afraid to make a mistake, and it's like, I don't know. I mean, is that the case with Fields here? You know what I mean? Like, so it's just one of those things. What do you think? You know? So, all right, moving forward. Once again, Bears will fall now to 3-8. Lions up to 8-2 as they are strapping it up right now, getting ready to take that field in 1 hour's time. Packers over the Chargers. Oh my gosh, was this not a fun game? Were you not entertained by this? I mean, look, the Packers have so much there. The Packers have this team that I keep telling myself every week, like, you guys suck. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Jordan Love's not the dude. All you guys really got is Aaron Jones. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but then I take a look at how that defense comes together at the right times. And, hey, happy Thanksgiving to Jen B in the chat room, the host of the Show of the Land, covering all things in northern Ohio, basically. So, big ups to you, and thank you very much for tuning in, Jen. But yeah, so the Packers just don't have it, guys. The Packers don't have it. But you know what they did have? They have a upset victory over the Chargers. And I don't really know if you can call it a full upset because the Chargers this year have been atrocious. But they're 4-6 now in the season. Herbert is good, okay? Herbert is great. I love this guy. I think Herbert's amazing. But his receivers, man, they gotta step it up, man. You know, I mean, Keenan Allen, homeboy is like the only guy out there doing anything. I mean, it's really frustrating, you know, it really is, because I had the Chargers win the damn Super Bowl last year. Of course, the injury bug bit them, and this year, man, they've been nosediving. I mean, it has just been so bad for these Chargers. And I want to see this team do good because they have a lot of moxie, man. This team's got a lot there. I love it. But this just can't happen. And I feel more than ever now do I know the Chargers are not doing anything in January. You know, like, let's just call it what it is, right? 23-20. Packers defeat the Chargers. 4-6 in the season now for both of these teams. And, you know, okay, I'm not going to not kick Jordan Love low again. I mean, 27-40, 322 yards. He threw for two touchdowns. Cool. But still, homeboy's got to get it together or else he's not going to be there much longer. Giants over the Commanders, 31-19. Dude, this was good. This was fun. The Giants have been like the laughing stock of the entire NFL pretty much the entire season. And they've got a couple of victories. And I'll tell you right now, a couple of big victories for this team. It's not season salvaging, but at least it gives their fans something to smile about. You know, it's kind of like the Raider fans. You know, you love victory is so sweet because they rarely come. You know, and that's kind of it for the Giants. For as a Raider fan, I could say they've come a little bit more this year, and I'm happy about that. But for the Giants, 31-9 over the Commanders. I'm sorry, 31-19 over the Commanders. Okay, the Commanders have a problem, man. I don't know how he threw for 3 picks last week. He had 256 yards. He threw for a touchdown. He was 31 for 45, but he threw 3 picks. And if you're going to throw for 3 picks, I mean, we just talked about a dude earlier who threw 3 picks, right? we talked about a dude earlier. I don't know, what was his name again? Oh yeah, CJ Stroud. Hey, they found a way to win, right? Despite him throwing 3 picks. Well, this is something that the Commanders just didn't do, okay? They didn't have the rest of the game that these guys did, that the Texans did. And the Giants, man, took advantage of everything. And, you know, it's crazy. I mean, look at this game. 7-3 at the end of the first, Giants. At the half, you have 14-9 Giants. At the end of the third, it is 14-12 Redskins. So, wow, I said Redskins. Swear jar, just kidding. Commanders. And then we have here in the fourth quarter, oh my gosh, here we go in that fourth quarter. I will tell you, these Giants turned it on, man. They hung close. They kept it. They kept this thing interesting, and guess what? They got it done. What a victory there for those guys. And closing in on just, you know, 3, well, not closing in, they got it already, but 3 victories this year. I don't know if they're going to get more than 3, 4, maybe 5, but hey, this is one of those sweet ones that got it done. What a victory there. 31-19 over the Commanders. The Commanders now fall to 4-7. Is Ron Rivera on the hot seat? I mean, our very own Mike Pat of Let's Whine About Sports said it yesterday, or a couple days ago, like, Ron Rivera is officially on the hot seat, man, and it's crazy because I love Riverboat Ron, man, we all do, but like, it's just, maybe the relationship's getting stale over there. I don't know. But what I do know is that the Commanders didn't look so good on Sunday. The Giants, that's one of their few victories. Cheer them on, all right? All right. 49ers obliterate the Buccaneers. Not going to spend much time on this. 7-3 now in the season for the Niners. They won a game they should have won. The Buccaneers, look, man. For those who had high hopes for the Buccaneers, like myself, at the start of the season, they've fallen apart. Right, they're 4-6. They just don't look good. There's nothing to be cheering on. Mayfield is Mayfield. I mean, not gonna diss the guy too bad, but I mean, I wasn't expecting super amazing, great performances out of him and that team, and undefeated season and everything. I was thinking they're gonna be average, but at least good enough to win their division, and now, I don't know. However, the Niners, hey, they got themselves a victory. They look good. They played solid football. You know, they're now on a 2-game win streak after losing to the Bengals a couple weeks ago. Let's see what these guys got today. Overall, though, good victory for the Niners, and, well, they looked good enough, right? Let's see what these guys do moving forward. Bills over the Jets. Another game I'm not going to spend much time on because the Bills absolutely destroyed the Jets in this game. And honestly, what I know about this game is the Bills may not be a Super Bowl team this year. I've said it all year long that they were going to be, but now with all the injuries and just as bad as they've looked, and yeah, I don't see this team going to the bowl, but I do see this 6-5 team now looking better than they have. And you know what? Good for them. Right? Good for them. 32-6. The Jets, they thought for sure you know, this was their year, unfortunately, and that's what sucks stuff for Rodgers, you know what I mean? Sucks stuff. But regardless, they thought for sure this was the year, and even with Zach Wilson for a little bit, they thought it was moving, you know, in the right direction, and honestly, it's just, I don't know. They're going to be average. That's it. They're going to be average. That's where they are. They're 4-6. They're going to be maybe just a little bit better than what people may have thought they would have been without Rodgers. Regardless, they're just going to be where they were. Not so great. Big victory here for the Bills, and 6-5 for those guys. 4-6 for the Jets. Moving on. Rams over the Seahawks in a very weird game. 17-16. Okay, let's get this out of the way first. Stafford is still pretty good, but maybe on the decline in his career. Same thing with Geno Smith. Okay, they both look solid out there. They're both throwing the ball around. They're both making plays here and there. But I don't know, man. It's just this was a weird game for me. I loved it. I enjoyed it, but I feel like both defenses had so many good highlights and lowlights at the same time. And when it comes down to the offenses, I just kind of felt like they were just taking whatever was given. You know what I mean? Like somebody blew coverage. Oh, sweet. You know what I mean? Like it's just crazy. Like, I don't know. Both these teams, they're just odd. The Seahawks have this, it's weird. It's like the Seahawks are this old restored car that's not fully restored. Like, that's the only way I can actually explain the Seahawks. They're like that old car that may have like a really nice engine, but the paint job is really ugly, and the interior kind of sucks, but it's gonna last you, and it's a good driver. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like it's not gonna give out on you on the road anytime soon, but it's not very pretty. I don't know. Like, it's just, you know, it all depends on what you see as pretty, but I don't know. The Seahawks just don't seem to have it, man. The Seahawks have they don't have the whole package. And if they get there ugly, they get there ugly. But I just don't feel that the Seahawks right now have that team to get them into January, or a deep run, you know, into January. I feel like right now, you have a a good team who's going to battle. Tonight, they're going to battle the Niners. That's going to be a good game. And if they win that game, I don't know. We might be looking at the Seahawks in a little bit different light. But as of right now, I see them as a team who can win games, ever so slightly, or lose games ever so slightly. And the Rams was just one of those last week. I don't understand how you lose to this team. You're, in my opinion, you're much better than them. They came off of a Commanders victory that they were like feeling good about themselves. And then they fall apart, bro. They fall apart. They lose to the Commanders. They lose to the Ravens a couple weeks ago, and it was horrible. They got absolutely destroyed. They got killed in that game. Well, then you talk about the Rams this past week, and dude, the Rams are no one special. They're 4-6 on the season. And this is what the crazy part is. I mean, they lose to the Packers. They get blown out last week. They get blown out by the Cowboys before that. They lose another one to the Steelers. I mean, they're on a 3-game skid here. And they're just like, screw it. Play for whatever we can, right? And they win one over a team that they should have lost to. So, I don't know. That just tells me a lot about the Seahawks. That tells me a lot that the Seahawks have this identity that's so very awkward. But let's see what they do this year. Regardless, tonight should be a fun game with them and the Niners. Talk about that later. 17-16, Rams over the Seahawks. Rams once again jump to 4-6. Seahawks will fall to 6-4. Okay, so moving forward, only have a couple games left here in week 11, and let's get to these primetime games. Okay, let's start here on Sunday night and say what the hell happened. I mean, can we get an applause for the Broncos? I mean, wow. This was freaking nuts. The Broncos are just not a good team. They're not, okay? But then, wait, are they? I mean, right, that's what it was. That was on Sunday. That's exactly how everyone felt. Like, this team, they're not that good. We're going to write them off. Russell Wilson is horrible. The defense can't do crap. And now all of a sudden they're 5-5, and they just beat a Vikings team who, and let's not get too crazy here. We all know the Vikings are a bunch of posers, man. I'm sorry. Like, I've been saying it for years. This team is just a downward spiral that's going really slow. I mean, come on, man. Like, the Vikings aren't that great. They haven't been that great. They're not that great. They're 6-5, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I'd be extremely pissed off as a Raiders fan. As a Vikings fan. Okay? My Raiders are crap. But I know that. The Vikings aren't. The Vikings have, year after year, a pretty solid team, but they look like crap. So that's very concerning to me. That's very, very concerning. What the hell's going on over there? I look at this team and I think to myself, like, dude, this is a good team, like a paper team. They look pretty good on paper. They have a solid core. This dude Dobbs is playing pretty damn good right now. We remember him from Tennessee a couple years ago. But what the hell's going on, right? What are you guys doing? This defense isn't. I don't get it. This defense, they just seem to fall apart when they're needed the absolute most. Okay, and this offense, man, it sucks. They lost Kirk Cousins, but like I said, Dobbs came in. The dude's playing pretty damn good, but they just can't seem to get it together. They can't. They're 6-5 now. And honestly, if you had high hopes for the Vikings, man, I don't think you should. Like, this team, we've known it historically. Well, not historically, but we've known at least over the last, 8 seasons, they're not that team. I'm sorry, it's just, but as for the Broncos, man, 21-20, you gotta love the feel-goodness, right? You gotta love how this Broncos team can be trash, but then not. It's crazy how this team this year has played. Russell Wilson, man, he went 27 for 35, 259 yards, 1 touchdown. Overall, man, I'm loving how this team came together for a victory. 5-5 on the season. Good for them. 6-5 for the Vikings. Not good for them. And then on a Monday night, this game was just, I had emotions in this game, man. Let me remind you, tomorrow, of course, my beautiful wife Cecilia and I are going live in the morning for the Sports Club Perspectives. And Monday night, we were watching the Hunger Games. Yes, in theaters. Yes, during the game. Yes. and I may or may not have had my phone underneath the little pull-out table with the game on that I was watching, and it's kind of cool. I think I did pretty good. I was able to watch the game pretty good, and the movie too. It's kind of neat. But regardless, of course, no sound, but it didn't matter. I loved this game. This game was a good one. Oh my gosh, this game got on every nerve I had because I thought to myself, like, dude, can anything else go the Chiefs' way? Like, dude, come on, man. Like, everything, like, it just, it's frustrating. I feel like everything was just going bad for the Eagles. Everything was going great for the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes just doing his thing. I mean, at the half, it was 17-7 Chiefs. And I just thought to myself, like, we're so high on the freaking Eagles right now, man. We're so high. Everyone's so high on the Eagles. What the crap, man? Like, what are they lacking versus this team right now? Because I thought this would be even closer at the half. And, well, they woke up in the second half, man. That defense stood strong. The Chiefs could score nothing. Not even a field goal in the second half, guys. And, well, even though that Chiefs defense is good, and I will give them that. They're damn good. Even though they're good, hey, all you need to do is score 2 touchdowns. I mean, well, all you got to do at this point is 2 touchdowns. And guess what? They did. They scored 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and that's all they needed. And that's how it happened, guys. And what do you do? What do you do when you're the Eagles? You do everything you possibly can to get this victory. And you just try to avoid dumb penalties. And for the most part, they did that. As for the Chiefs, they completely collapsed. Completely collapsed in that second half. Mahomes still had his stats, okay? But I don't know. It was a fairly ugly game for both quarterbacks. And actually for both teams. But you got to love those kind of games because that means there's a lot of grind there, right? And it was a lot of fun to watch. I'll tell you right now. We went to Applebee's afterwards, man. We were eating our dinner, and we're seeing the end of the game there. I got to give my phone a rest, and I'll tell you, it was just really cool seeing this team close it out the way they did. The defense stood strong. Good job. Eagles are now 9-1 on the season. Chiefs are now 7-3, and there you have it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for the little recap there of Week 11, man. What a week that was. And, well, kind of funny. I was going to take a break and then come back and everything, but hey, hell with it. Might as well get my quick picks in here and get off to Thanksgiving, right? So, let me get a sip of coffee. Oh, so good. And let's roll on in to this week's quick picks for Week 12. I can't believe it, guys. Week 12. Gosh damn it. It felt like it was just yesterday we kicked off in September. And here we go. Week 12 is here, man. It is going to be a lot of fun. I'll tell you that right now. Because there are some games this week that are like, oh my gosh, yes. Like, the last couple of weeks, they've been okay. There's been some okay games. But man, the games this week, yeah. This is oh man, I'm so excited, especially for Sunday, man. I'm bummed out. Gotta go back to work on Monday. But I'll tell you right now, don't get me wrong, I love my job. But I will tell you right now, Sunday is going to be a fun day. Oh, this is going to be great, seeing all these great games and everything. So, all right. On today, actually, Thanksgiving football, all right? Kicking off in just 45 minutes. We have here Packers and Lions. Okay, Lions are favored by 8.5 points. We got to understand something here, that the Lions don't necessarily... The Lions... the Lions look like the Lions, like actual lions in this game. And the Packers actually look like a piece of cheese. I mean, I feel like it's very safe to say that the Lions are going to eat the Packers like a piece of cheese today. I don't see this happening any other way. There are some injuries for the Packers. I don't really think anything too significant. However, and there are some inactives here. Stephen Gilmore for sure for the Lions here. Overall, look. I guess you could say Caleb Jones for the Packers there. But what I will tell you right now is that the Lions, man, they have everything to get this thing done today. Get the victory. They're favored by 8.5 points. I think they're going to win by more. I'm going Lions. All right, next up. We have here Commanders and Cowboys. And, okay, without sounding too much like an a-hole, the Commanders are just, they're like a comet falling to the earth, man. I mean, except for a comet would make a huge impact. They're just like burning apart in the atmosphere on their way down, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I don't want Ron Rivera to lose his job. I love Ron Rivera, man. You know, fellow Latino. He was a part of one of my favorite defenses while a part of that team. I don't know how much he really played, but Ron Rivera, you know, I mean, a part of the 85 Bears, that defense. I mean, look, guys, I tell you right now, this team, they have fighters. But I don't know, man. Today, we could see an upset, and that would be insane. But the way the Cowboys have been playing, with how much, I don't know. I just feel like the Cowboys have this thing where they play to everybody's level, and they win. They find their way to win close ones. They also find their way to lose close ones. But they've gotten a couple blowouts recently. And you know what? They're favored by 13.5 points today. I think they're going to cover. I think they're going to win by about 2 touchdowns. So, good for them. It's really, really tough here, man. Commanders, like this, Antonio Gibson is questionable for this game. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, no extreme significant injuries here for the Cowboys. When it comes down to it, guys, I'm going Cowboys in this game all day. It's kind of rough. I feel really bad for the Commanders, but I'm going Cowboys. All right, and then last but not least tonight, we have here 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And the 49ers are favored by 7 points. And rightly so, right? Right? I mean, we wouldn't have this any other way. I don't... If the Seahawks... If they would have given this to the Seahawks... Okay, favored them, I would have been like, man, someone at ESPN is tripping. But here, courtesy of the ESPN Score Center app. But I will tell you right now that the Seahawks have a pretty good little base here. They're going to be at home. They're going to have a good chance, a good shot in this game. Okay, they are. I feel like, and this is going to be kind of sad, I don't want them to be 2 blowouts. I think we're going to get like 2 very good football games in the afternoon. I think so. May or may not be between a field goal and 2 touchdowns. But I'll tell you right now, you want a good one? Tonight. This is the game. Okay? I don't know if we're going to be driving home during this time. I don't know if we're still going to be, hanging out and everything with everybody by this time tonight. I'm guessing we'll still be over there at this time. But all I know is I'm going to be on this game. That's all I know. Because this should be so much fun. What do they got, man? What do the Seahawks really got? This is if there was ever a test for these dudes, man. If there was ever a test, ever a test. I'll tell you, they played, when did they let me see. Actually, they haven't played yet. It's their first time they played. They play each other within a 2-week span, or 3-week span. They play again on the 10th of December. So this is it, man. The Seahawks, this is it. You want to prove something? You want to show what you got? This is your game. This is your game. This is the game that you need to make something happen in. And, let's see what this team has. As for the Niners, they have everything they need right now. They're playing pretty okay. They're 7-3. I mean, I see them winning this game. I'm taking the Niners, but if the Seahawks pull off the upset, hey, it would be pretty crazy, right? So, anyway, and then on to tomorrow, man. Black Friday football. Really excited for this one. Dolphins coming in at 7-3. Jets at 4-6. Look, the Dolphins should come into this game and smack the Jets around. They should. I'm sorry, they should. Like that's all there is to it. Okay, they're favored by 9.5 points. Probably should be more. They should come and smack this team around. The Jets know this. The Jets know that everyone's against them right now. The Jets know that they're just not that team that everyone thought they were. Of course, to start the season, and then, even at the end of the game after the Rodgers injury, and then Wilson stepped in for that crazy victory. Guys, the Jets are looking like what, everybody else thought the Jets would be, as I said earlier, just like maybe a slightly better version. If the Jets have any bit of heart, which I know they'd have tons of heart, but if the Jets have any bit of fight left in them for this season, I know we have plenty of weeks to go, but this has got to be it, man. They're on the national stage. This team needs some kind of big victory. And I get it, that's not going to make them the best team in the world or whatever, but if they knock off the Dolphins, how crazy would that be, right? I mean, a good rivalry here. I mean, Rodgers is crazy. I mean, apparently he's coming back soon. That's nuts to me. But this is the first time they're playing each other this year. If that defense, I'll tell you right now, that Jets defense is going to play, and they're going to play lights out. But what's that offense going to do? What's that offense going to do? I do believe the Jets defense can neutralize that Dolphins offense for a while. But, hey, you can only go for so long until you start getting tired if your offense can't stay on that field. So, this should be fun, but I'm going Dolphins in this game. I'm pretty sure they're going to win this thing. But if the Jets pull off the upset, oh, how crazy will that be? Anyway, on to Sunday's games. We have here Steelers and Bengals. Oh my goodness, what a treat, right? Is this Halloween? No, it's Thanksgiving, y'all. We're getting more treats. We're going to see some tricks and treats in this game. The Bengals just, I mean, it's rough, man. The Bengals are just, you feel so bad for this team. You know, they have so many pieces and they just can't seem to get right. If the Steelers pull this off, Minka Fitzpatrick is questionable as of right now. We'll see. You know, Pickens, questionable. But I will tell you this. No Burrow. Can the Bengals find a way to surge? I mean, and that's really it. It's the question of all questions. Can they find a way to surge? Can they get it done? Because if the Bengals find the second light, the second wind here to get this victory, man, there's game on. But if they just fall apart and look like crap and the Steelers just roll over these guys, well, then it's safe to say the season is definitely done and hopefully they look better moving forward to next year. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to count them out so quickly, but, I mean, no Burrow right now, you know, so that's rough. So, anyway, the Bengals still have a pretty good defense. Not counting out them entirely. They're only favored by 2 points, but I'm definitely going Steelers in this game. Next up, we have here Jaguars and Texans. Jaguars are also favored by 2 points. This is going to be such a good game. I am so excited for this one. The two youngsters going head to head. You know, a few years in, Trevor Lawrence, rookie CJ Stroud. It's going to be a lot of fun. I am so excited for this game coming up. I want to see just everyone pulling out all the stops. I really do. I'm going to go Jaguars in this one by a thin margin, but damn it, it's going to be a good game. And I think everyone's going to get the show they want to see in that game. Buccaneers and Colts. Buccaneers are 4-6. Colts are 5-5. Look, the Colts just, I don't know. There's nothing to get good footing and drive forward with the Colts right now. I mean, they're 5-5. Their team is very shaky. Minshew is doing the best he can. But overall, the Buccaneers are a team that just look lost. And with that, I gotta go Colts. It's gonna be thin. They have them here by 2.5 points. They should win by about a touchdown. But it's gonna be in their house too in Indianapolis. So give me the Colts in this game. Next up here we have Saints and Falcons. What the crap, right? Like this should be fun. The Falcons are 4-6. Once again, I don't even know if Raider really is that guy. You have Carr, who is just frustrating because I want him to do good, but he keeps on playing like crap, and it's hard. It's very hard to see him just struggling continually, even in New Orleans. So I don't know, but as much as I would like to see the Falcons, you know, get a nice little victory at home this week because they haven't been playing so well, I gotta go with the Saints, man. I want Carr to do better. I'm gonna go Saints. They have the Falcons here by 1 point. I'm gonna go with the Saints by a field goal. Let's see what they do on the road this week. Next up, Patriots and Giants. Oh my gosh, wow. 2008, this was the game. 2012, this was the game. And in 2023, this is a freaking trash barrel game. I mean, that's what this is. This is a total dumpster fire versus dumpster fire. I mean, this is basically like, just getting two dumpsters on opposite sides of two hills and letting them go and seeing how they hit in the middle. I mean, that's pretty much it. The Patriots are at 2-8. The Giants are at 3-8. The Giants have played pretty okay in the last couple of weeks. The Patriots find their way to just lose everything. Mac Jones is just irritating. Daniel Jones is irritating. I don't know what to say about either of these guys, man. I mean, apparently a quarterback named Jones is going to win this game on Sunday. Let's hope. They might tie. I don't know. But I do know for a fact that the Patriots, I don't know, man. I don't know if Bill's going to walk pretty soon. I heard it was Tom Kraft's decision to keep Mac. I don't know. But as of right now, I'm going Patriots ever so slightly in this game. They have the Patriots favored by 3.5 points. I think they'll win by about a touchdown, but let's see. Next up, Panthers. 1-9 taking on the Titans at 3-7. Titans favored by 3.5 points. Do you know why the Titans are going to win this game? Because the Panthers are just horrible. I mean, there's no other way, right? There's no other way. It's just, right? I mean, the Panthers, it's so frustrating seeing them fall apart like they are. This is two teams that are absolutely falling apart at the seams, except for one's falling apart faster, and that's the Panthers. That's why I'm taking the Titans and give them a field goal victory. I'll say they're going to win it by that. All right. Next up, the Rams and Cardinals, man. This is crazy. The Rams at 4-7, the Cardinals at 2-9. Both these teams are just horrific. The Cardinals, I would like to see the upset this week. So I'm going with the Cards. I want to see. They have the Rams here by 1.5 points. That's like nothing. I want to see the Cardinals win this game at home just for their dignity, man. So give me the Cardinals with a slim victory in this game. Next up, we have here Broncos and Browns. Browns here 7-3. Broncos at 5-5. And this game I don't know. I don't know what to say. They have Denver here favored by a 1.5 points. I know they had their mile high magic last week, but I'm going Browns, man. The Browns have this thing going on right now, and you know what? Let's see what they do. I'm so damn excited for the Browns right now. This team is on one. They're finding ways to win games, even if they're not the prettiest games. I love what they got going on right now. Like in the chat room here, Jen says, hashtag dog pound. Yeah, I think they're going to win this game. So give me the Browns on the road versus the Broncos this week. All right. Next up here, we have my horrible Raiders taking on the decent Chiefs. Yes, I said decent because the Chiefs are not that big scary football team that everyone thought. Okay, they're 7-3. The Chiefs are favored by 8.5 points. The Raiders are 5-6. They suck, but there's reason to believe they're getting a little bit better, and that there's a little more happiness to float around with this team right now, right? We took out the trash. Sorry. I like what Antonio Pierce has got with this. Maybe we'll pull the upset. Of course, I'm taking my team regardless, even though I'm pretty sure we're going to lose. I'll say Raiders by a field goal, even though I'm pretty sure the Chiefs will win this game, but we'll see. All right. Next up, we have here the Bills and the Eagles. Oh my goodness. How many people's Super Bowl was this before the season started? I know a lot of people were putting the Bengals in there too, or the Niners in here too. It was like the Bengals, Bills, Niners, Eagles. I get it, for the toss up there for the Super Bowl, but overall, the Bills 6-5. They've gotten bit by the injury bug ridiculously this week. The Eagles are 9-1. They're favored by 3.5 points. I think that's about fair. The Eagles should win this game by a few points here, maybe a field goal to a touchdown. But I will tell you right now that the Bills are just, I want them to do better. I want them to win games, but this one isn't it. I'm going Eagles in this one full blast, all right? And then, of course, we have here the Ravens and the Chargers on Sunday night. Look, the Ravens are just rolling right now, and they're playing great football. The Chargers are on a downward spiral, and it's really irritating to see how bad this team really is after the injuries to them last year that, in my opinion, kept them out of the Super Bowl. So, yes, I'm going Ravens. They're favored by 3.5 points here. I'm going Ravens by a touchdown, maybe 2. The Chargers are fighters, so maybe it is like a touchdown, but I'm going Ravens in this game. Should be a good victory for them on the road. And then last but not least, y'all, Monday night, we have here the Bears at 3-8. We have the Vikings at 6-5. Oh, this is going to be fun. I am so excited for this game because the Bears, I feel like they're going to pull this damn victory off, man, an upset. I don't know why. The Vikings look good. They do. But, okay. Look, I can't say the upset. I wanted to. The Vikings will probably win this game. They have them favored here by 3. I'm going to take them by a touchdown. Regardless, the Bears should fight, and this should be a fun game. So, you got to love some Thanksgiving week football, right? You got to love it. And with that said, you guys, we cue the music because, damn, you got to love it, right? Great football all week long. Starting in just 30 minutes. Packers and Lions on the field right now. I'm sure getting their pregame warm-ups in. Early outs have been doing their thing for a little bit now. And, well, here we go. On to Thanksgiving Day football. Once again, y'all, Packers, Lions, Commanders, Cowboys, 49ers, Seahawks. Tomorrow for Black Friday. Be safe out there, please, if you go out. Dolphins and Jets should be some fun. And then, of course, on to Sunday night, Ravens and Chargers. And then Monday night, Bears and Vikings. Lots of great games in the middle. And boy, it's going to be fun. Thank you so much for sticking around with me this morning, y'all. Thanksgiving edition of 3 and Out. Always a good time when we jump on air. And always a good time no matter what the day is. We thank you so much for being a part of it. Really, thank you for being a part of it. As always, we are thankful. Remember the reason for the season, guys. Be thankful. Be happy. Thank God. I'm happy. Once again, all of you guys out there, thank you all so very much. As I always say, once again, all glory to God. All thanks to Him. All praise to Him. Without Him, we'd be nothing. And, of course, without all of you guys out there, IE Sports Radio would be nothing. So we thank you all. Enjoy today, y'all. Family, friends, even just hanging out at home. As always goes, y'all, enjoying any kind of company, being together, being happy with those who matter the most. Enjoy yourselves, and please make sure to fill up the belly. Be hungry, be happy, and enjoy some great football, y'all. There you have it. All right, so that's going to do it for me today. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. Check out iSportsRadio.com for all your sports needs. Tons of stuff on there. Grab you some shirts. Grab you some sports pod. All of our shows are up on there. Go ahead and head on over to where are we at? TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, everywhere. Check us out. Show us some love. Check out this show at 3 and Out, IESR. On X, you can follow me, your boy Larry B at the THEEM_B53. And that's it. We are out of here, y'all. Show us all some love. Big ups to our sponsor, Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Delicious beef jerky. The jerky that's on a whole other planet. Show us some love, y'all. We appreciate you all so very much. And, well, I will see y'all back next week at our regular time for 3 and Out. It's been a busy week, sorry. But I'll see y'all next week. Enjoy today once again because it's Thanksgiving. Let's go football. First game is coming up. Let's do this, y'all. For me and boy Larry B, signing off. I'll see y'all next week. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.